Today I want to talk to you about something that God's really been having me work on in my own life, and is challenging me in these, especially today has confirmed the challenge He's been giving me the last couple days. And that is to speak evil of no one, to not talk bad or slander or talk against anyone at all, but to live a peaceful and quiet life, to be blameless before God and man. And that includes being speaking against your leaders, be it the president, be it Congress, be it the judges, be it the mayor, whatever it may be, those in authority over us at work, other people around us. And I know this is not a popular notion, especially given our current political climate and all that, but it is important, especially us as Christians, as people of faith, to live peacefully and quiet lives, not to be speaking evil of anyone, especially those in authority. As it is written, speak no evil of the ruler of your people. And again it says, do not speak against the Lord's anointed, nor do my prophets any harm. It is important, especially those of us who identify as Christian, as people of faith, as followers of Christ, we must be doubly, triply, even quadruply sure not to speak evil of anyone, not to revile or put down or slander or repeat gossip or murmur or complain or curse, even in our word or action or attitude, those in authority over us. It is said, servants obey your masters, or as a modern day interpretation would be, employees obey your employers, whether they be reasonable or unreasonable. And that it goes for your government too. I'm not saying if a law the government passes goes against God's law that we should obey the government rather than God. No, we should always give to God what is God's. But even Jesus said concerning taxes, and it relates to anything else, render therefore to Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and to God the things that are God's. We owe our leaders respect. We owe them our prayers. Jesus says to pray for our leaders. He says to even love our enemies and pray for those who mistreat you and misuse you and despitefully treat you. That means we're responsible to love and pray for even those we dislike. Even those who oppose God's will, we must pray for them. We must pray for them to have wisdom to govern correctly. We must pray for them to come to the knowledge of the truth, that the truth may set them free. We must pray for them to be open to God's will, for them to be open to hear God's will. We must pray for them to come to the knowledge of the truth, that the truth may set them free as God set us free. As God showed us mercy and grace, we must show our fellow man mercy and grace, especially those who don't think the way we do. Jesus even goes on to say, what credit to you is it if you only love those who love you? If you only love those who think the way you do, act the way you do, or believe the way you do, what credit is that to you? Even evil people, even sinners, even the worst person on earth can do that much. But we are called to a higher level, to always prefer our neighbor above ourselves, to always love our neighbor better than we love ourselves, to love our fellow man as Jesus has loved us. That is our first and highest commandment. You cannot be successful in this life, business, or even as a human being if you're murmuring, complaining, and speaking evil of everyone all the time. If you're slandering and jumping on the gossip bandwagon, then you are just part of the 99% of this population that is going nowhere fast. It's just maintaining the status quo and fitting in and not being extraordinary. Don't be ordinary, be extraordinary. Exceed the expectation of the norm. Don't be just another lemming jumping over the cliff, because all the other lemmings are jumping over the cliff. Another way to put it is, wide is the way that leads to destruction, and many go by it, but narrow is the way that leads to life, and there are few that find it. Walk by the narrow way. Separate from the herd. Get ahead of the pack. Be extraordinary. Be better every day. Be the best person you can be every day. As Darren Hardy would say, be better every day. You are in competition with no one but yourself. You need to hold yourself to a higher standard than all the rest of the world, because if you don't hold yourself to a higher standard and go for your dreams and keep yourself accountable, you will fizzle out and burn out like the other 98%. You are not born to be part of the 98% that just fizzles out, follows the crowd, jumps over the cliff like all the other lemmings out there. Don't be monkey see, monkey do. Be the leader, be the example. Rise above and soar like an eagle and show the world that it can be a better place by just showing the simple act of respect of never speaking evil of anyone. It is a challenge to me each and every day since receiving this challenge from the Lord, and I'm challenging you to join me in this, to stop speaking evil of anyone, but only speak words of love and that are uplifting and are necessary for the edification not only of the saints, your fellow redeemed, but of all mankind, of those that God has put in influence around you. Be extraordinary, be the example, lead the way, and stand out from the crowd. Don't be a lemming, be an eagle. Don't be a turkey, be a leader. All right? That's my challenge to you. If you're on board, comment below. Oh yeah, I'm on board. You all have a great day, and may you be richly blessed.